Hello, lovelies. So, we're doing a very mixed media project today, and this started out as one thing and merged into something else. But this was actually an idea I got from the lovely painty hands, Jen Hall. I wanted to make some painty papers. So, I have a piece of A4 cardstock, and then I've just got some scraps of book pages. And I'm starting out with my gloss sprays, but not all of my gloss sprays spray anymore. So I tipped it, and then that's how I used the book paper to mop it up. But I actually end up liking the book paper so much more. I haven't actually used the cardstock. I didn't even finish making my painty paper on the cardstock. I just continued on the book pages because I loved it so much. So like I was saying, this was an idea from Jen Hall. Now, Jen has a Patreon and she makes fabulous printables and she does lots of painty backgrounds. But the other day I printed out some stars that she had, and it gave me an idea for a layout I wanted to do, because she also had this really cool witch for October. And I really wanted to make some stars, painted background stars for a scrapbook page of Ruby, but I needed them to be purple. So I thought I will make my own painty papers and cut some stars out of those. So that's where this idea came from. It's all thanks to the lovely Jen Hall. I will totally link her Patreon. Go have a look. She's amazing. So yeah, like I said, I just end up working on the book pages. I have the cardstock there full of gloss spray, but yeah, I don't know, I just really loved the book pages and how they ended up. So I started by, the next step was to do some stamping in the background, and then just to cover up a few of those extra areas where the gloss spray didn't quite get mopped up, I've gone in with some of my Art by Marlene paint. So I've got the neon and I think the fuchsia maybe. Neon's really good. It just helps, really bump it up, just gives it a bit of brightness. I love that it's translucent so you can still see the text in the background, but yeah, it just gives it a nice little pop of that really bright purple. Like I said, this is for a Halloween layout that I had in mind. I knew I wanted some cool stars to put on my layout of Ruby in her little witch costume from Halloween last year. Well, bath time's over now, so back to it. Yeah, so these, I really wanted purple stars, and I love Jen's painty papers and the stars that she had for her printables. So I really thought it would make a great little way to make some embellishments. So I started out with the intention of doing the cardstock, but I just ended up loving the book pages more. And I only used one. For all the stars that I end up cutting, I only end up using one of these. So I still have two, and the cardstock in my art room to use for something else, which was cool. I also actually scanned it and put it into my photos in my phone, and then bumped up the colors a bit. So I printed it off with my printer as well. So I printed off an A4 copy of this. I didn't end up using it because it was more pink than purple. The colors just didn't print true to tone. But yeah, so I've got a really cool mixed media background printed off as well that I can use. So I went in with some black paint and a stencil just to give it, I'm building up my layers, building up my background. Lots of stamping, lots of splatters you would have seen with my leftover paint. And then this is a star stamp that I went in with some black. I was thinking about going in with some white, but I knew I was going to use this chunky white paint pen for that touch of contrast. I do love this chunky paint pen. This is from Kmart. I got a pack of 4. I got a black, a white, a silver, and a gold. And remembering to use these has been a lot of fun. Yeah, it just gives you all I do is just stamp it and use the entire tip just to give me some nice little block lines here. So you got to think about, because I knew I was cutting these up into stars, I knew that I was only going to be using sections of it at a time. So when doing the background, keep that in mind. So I was trying to make sure that each little area had some point of interest. Because I wanted some more white, I go in with a white gel pen and go over those black stenciled crosses. I just felt that it helped them pop a bit more. As you could see, some of them were a bit smudgy because I used a bit too much paint. Doesn't really matter because I'm making painted papers, But just to give it some more definition, and again to add some more white in and some more contrast, just going in and scribbling over some of those really help make them pop, and again add some white for contrast. Now, I just wanted to quickly show you what I did with these papers. After I had scanned them all into my phone and, you know, bumped up the colours a bit, I then go in with the originals and, okay, I am terrible at drawing stars. I didn't want perfect stars, which is why I didn't use a die cutting star thingy. I wanted hand-drawn wonky stars. But I can't draw stars, so I cheated. I printed off some stars, cut them out, and then I'm using them as templates on my painted papers. Just tracing around them, and then I'm going to cut them out, so I end up with, yeah, just a little collection of wonky cutout stars. So, yeah, I've sped it up pretty much, and you're not going to watch me cut all of them out because that would be boring, but I'm going in with different sizes. I cut out all different size stars. Yeah, some big, some small, and then you'll actually see with my offcuts, nothing is going to waste. With those tiny little offcuts, I also went in with some of my smaller stars and traced around those, so I was using up all the scraps. And then those teeny tiny little scraps I actually threw on an ATC card because I've jumped on the ATC wagon and made a really cool ATC background. Actually, I finished the entire card, which I loved. So yeah, nothing went to waste, used up all my scraps. And yeah, this was a really fun project, and if you'd like to see what I do with these stars, come on back and I'll show you the layout real soon. Thanks for watching, bye for now.